Hey guys, we're here with round one with our blue-black deck. We won the die roll and we'll go first. Whew, unfortunately we got a pretty awful hand. We can play our one drop, but if we had like two lands in this hand, it'd be keepable, but it's not, and I don't think it's worth hoping I draw a land when we're on the play. So we'll mulligan. Another pretty awful one. We gotta send it back as well. Okay, it's not great, but as far as five land hands go, it's not bad. We do have a way we can dig with our Zephyr Scribe if we need to find some stuff. All right, we got a Beast Breaker out there already. We're going to play out our Morph. Pass the turn. We will take two here. No reason to trade. Oh, our opponent got Shaman of the Forgotten Ways, which is a pretty great card. It's going to let him ramp into some pretty scary stuff. We're going to play our Zephyr Scribe and end our turn. Yeah, he can add 2 mana in any combination of colors to add to play creature spell. So he can play something ridiculous here, some 6 cost spell just on turn 4. It would be nice if we waited a turn to do it and we drew our land so that we could keep our mana for Silumgar Spell Eater. And him flipping up would also be nice for blocking purposes, but it looks like he's going for it now. And that makes sense. We will just take 3 here. We did not draw land, which isn't awesome, but we did draw someone we can block with. I'm deeply considering discarding our Butcher's Glee to our Zephyr Scribe at the end of our opponent's turn, since we're in pretty bad shape here. Yeah, we'll take 2. I'm not really sure what it would accomplish, though, if I did discard it. I mean, let's see what he plays here. Okay, Safeguard Sentinels, no dragon revealed, so that's good, but he's just got so much mana. Well, okay, it would have been nice to have the mana this turn, especially with Wild Call. Yeah, our opponent's deck. I think I am going to discard the Butcher's Glee. I mean, depends on what we draw. Yeah, the Lotus Path Djinn will be pretty nice right now, actually. I mean, the Wild Call dude is annoying, but I think we discard Butcher's Glee. We don't have black for it anyway. Yeah, I'm having them. If we get the mana for Raven Surveyor, if we can manage to get there, we'll be pretty happy. We can get rid of this thing, which almost guaranteed is less, smaller than a 5/5. And we'll end our turn. I'm just going to chump with our Jeskai Sage, this guy, and I'll block the Aven Tactician with this guy if he wants to swing with it. I'd probably just take 3 if he just swung with everything. Probably more than that, actually, if he wanted to swing with everything. All right, that pacifism really hurts us. Swinging with everything. Okay, so I think we chump right here. It's probably time. I mean, the chances are him having to pay 3 isn't even going to bother him anymore or be an issue. I think I'm going to double block this. That lets me keep a creature. I could also double block that, but this obviously has more it can do. So we'll go like this. See what happens. All right, we get to draw our card, which of course is a Thousand Gloom we can't cast, but maybe we draw the black for it. Wouldn't be that great right now anyway. Yeah, our opponent's deck is just very good. And ours is not nearly as good. There's the black, but let's see what happens here. Even if I play my Surveyor, I can bounce this guy, but then he can swing with everything. I can block 2 of them. I don't think I even want to show him I have the Surveyor. We'll just scoop for this game and go to game 2. Hope our opponent doesn't. We also mulligan to 5, and maybe our opponent. Ooh, and he had an Abzan Beastmaster too. Yeah, he's got a really great deck. Our opponent, for sure. We do want Encase in Ice to come in for obvious reasons. And I don't see Defeat as being that great against him. We didn't see that many creatures with power 2 or less. We saw a few. But I think Encase in Ice can replace Defeat. It's probably our weakest removal spell as it is. Bringing in the Tomb Shells might be worth it. I mean, I didn't see anything in that game that could break through a Tomb Shell. So maybe bringing one in is a good idea. We didn't get any of our guys who could have really held down the ground for us early. So I may be overreacting to put in the Tomb Shell. But if I put him in, I do have a greater chance of getting guys who can really, slow him down early. And I think we take out Ojutai's Breath for the Tomb Shell. I think that's good. We need to slow him down and get a chance to, draw a removal. Hopefully not mulligan to 5. Let's see what we get here. Okay, this isn't a great hand by any stretch of the imagination, but we do have 2 of the more powerful cards in our deck, and we do have removal. We have both colors, and I think I'm going to keep it. There's way better hands to get, but we have much of our high curve, 2 of our high curve cards here. Chances are we draw a 2 or a 3 drop. They're good. Chances are good anyway that we draw a 2 or 3 drop in time to play it. That is not one. It's another powerful card in our deck, though. Our Whisk Away can buy us time as well, that we can play all of these things. It would be nice to have a creature to sacrifice to our Gravecrawler, of course, but okay, that guy's back. And that was bad for us last game. Well, we drew a 3-drop now, which isn't really when we want it. Getting that Shaman again when we have no way of dealing with it is bad. I mean, he's not going to swing with it anyway, so I didn't keep mana up for Whisk Away. He's going to use it to play some Colossal Beast. I guess Defeat could have killed him too. And that's nice. Okay, Sandcrafter. Doesn't concern me too much. And if he doesn't use this mana, I'm going to be pretty happy. No, he did. Great. Play a Morph. Well, that Tomb Shell will be nice. It's hard to say. I mean, I think it's pretty clear I play the Surveyor right now. Although I could also play the Gravecrawler and sack my Zephyr Scribe, which would not be bad by any stretch of the imagination. But I also feel like returning this is going to be really good for us right now. If we can just return that dude, it'll slow down his roll, and I think that's what we'll do. It's unfortunate we've had to see this guy both games. We will return that. And we will end our turn. I don't know what this morph is, but I'm pretty willing to trade my Zephyr Scribe for it. Chances are he can flip it, is the thing. So maybe I won't actually. I'll just take all. Playing the Gravecrawler, it's better to have an exploit dude out there. So we'll just take everything. Okay, Beastbreaker, and now he's going to play a Shaman again. All right, we have the mana for our Prerogative. We also have mana for our Tomb Shell. I think what we want to do is play. Actually, I'm going to swing with my Surveyor first. I think that's the move we want here. All right, and now we'll play our Gravecrawler, which should slow him down on the ground, hopefully for us. He's only got 2 cards in his hand. We've got ways of slowing down lots of ways of slowing down the ground, which is nice. I'm trying to decide if I should dig. I think I am going to dig with my Zephyr Scribe first. Yeah, we'll do this first. Okay, that's a nice thing to draw, but it does complicate what to discard. I think we discard the Tomb Shell now. And now we'll play our Gravecrawler. And we will sacrifice the Zephyr Scribe. Get 2 dudes into play. And hopefully that's going to slow down the game for us, which is definitely in our favor to slow down the game. Yeah, he does have the mana to make this guy into a 6/6. So I'm not going to block it. If he taps his mana to make him a 6/6, that's okay. Looks like he's going to. So we go to 9. Next turn we can punish that with a Whisk Away, hopefully. All right, he's passing his turn. Okay, Jeskai Sage plus Gurmag Drowner is pretty nice. But I kind of want to keep mana up, although, I mean, I don't need to. I can just block the Beastbreaker this time with something. So we'll play our Sage. And then we'll play a Drowner. And we will sacrifice our Sage. Okay. The most useful thing here might be the Butcher's Glee. I mean, we can use it to block and kill that Beastbreaker. The Ruse and Stature is also nice, of course. But I think the Butcher's Glee is probably what we want here. All right, we got a Spell Eater. We swing again with our flyer here. We can now double block that Beastbreaker with our 2 guys with big booties. That's an option as well. That might be what I just what I do here. In this game, our deck is performing more like I had hoped it to, and we're against a very good deck, so I feel good about being able to sort of stabilize here. We're not completely stabilized, of course, but I think I'm actually just going to throw a zombie in front of that. I'd like to hold on to what our guys, so... He'd also had a Tread Upon, that would have been pretty bad news. This time around, when it gets to that point, we'll be able to Butcher's Glee. We can also keep mana up for Whisk Away. We can do Whisk Away and Butcher's Glee, and I think that's what we want to do here. If we have to do both, we'll do both. You know, if he does nothing, we can also Dragonlord's Prerogative at the end of his turn, so I think we're just going to pass. I think we swing again. Would be nice to draw a little more mana, of course, but our opponent is flooded. I'm kind of jealous, though, although we've drawn a lot of good spells. And we did throw some lands in our graveyard, so... I feel like we've got a good chance here. I mean, our opponent's down to 1 card. We got so many cards in our hand. We got ways to deal with his big threats. you know, we've got 6 mana untapped, so he's really probably concerned right now. You know, and if he doesn't attack, you know, if he's trying to play around something, we can punish him with our Dragon Lord's Prerogative. Okay, and he's not attacking, so we are going to punish him with our Dragon Lord's Prerogative. We're just going to go for it. We don't have a Dragon Reveal, but we'll draw 4 cards anyway. All right, that's all nice stuff to see. We are down to 15 cards in our deck, which is a little bit scary for sure. I think I want to play. I'm probably going to discard the Evolving Wilds. Getting a second swamp in play is nice. I'm going to. What happens here if he just swings it there? I mean, we're going to have Whisk Away up, even if we play our Mistfire Adept, and he's another blocker. So I think we just swing with. We swing with our Surveyor again. He has so much mana that I don't think the Spell Eater's that great. I mean, Spell Eater's a great card, but not when your opponent keeps getting Shaman. I mean, granted, he can't use the Shaman to pay for that, but still. So we are going to go ahead and play our Adept. Keep our mana up for... Okay, we don't even have to discard anything now. Keep our mana up for both Butcher's Glee and Whisk Away, whichever seems more prudent. Ooh, what's he doing at the end of his turn? Okay, all right, nothing too scary for us. Another guy we can just block forever, so with our big Gravecrawler. And we have a way to gain life too, which is going to wreak havoc on him. We need to start playing a little faster, though, if our deck's going to try to win games this slowly. And it is going to, I think. So. Right, he's just passing again. We can basically do nothing this time around. I can Douse and Gloom that, but it'll survive. So there's no reason to. We will just soldier on and draw another card. As awful as that sounds, right? So this time, I mean, it'd be nice to have a spell that I could play. I mean, I can give him flying, but there's really not any great. Most of my spells are just so dead right now, you know. That I just don't think it's a super exciting play. I'm going to play the Wilds this time. So I think I'm just going to swing with our bird again, and we're going to play out a Morph. Swing with the bird. It would be nice to draw Living Lore. You know, we haven't seen him yet, so... and we'll play our Spell Eater face down. Yeah, we'll play him face down. And then we have mana up for either Butcher's Glee or Whisk Away, again, whichever is best. All right, he's bringing it. We're going to block right here. And then if he decides he wants to use his ability, we're going to... Oh, he can use his ability twice now, can't he? So we may just want to Whisk Away him because he has enough mana to use his ability twice and make him so big that not even Butcher's Glee could kill it. And I think that would be better right now to Whisk Away the dude if he decides he's going to dump a bunch of mana into his ability. The other option, although he has enough mana now, I could try to douse him, but he would just use his ability again in response. So I think we just whisk away the guy right now. Okay, doesn't really matter what we give flying, but we'll give that flying. All right. See what he does at the end of his turn. Well, that's going to be something that's pretty annoying, the kind of havoc he'll be able to wreak on us. But hopefully it won't matter, right? Let's hope for that. And we will get another swamp. Okay. Now, his hand is empty. I can Butcher's Glee here and make this 7. Yeah, so he'll be a 7. And I'll swing for 9 flying in the air. He has 4 blockers and an empty hand. I think we can win right now. I need to, okay, 4 blockers. We can swing these 2 in the air, but he can block all 4 of our ground guys. So no, we can't win because he can block all 4 of our ground guys. So I think we just play our Skullkeeper, keep mana up for our tricks. Well, first we swing, of course. I mean, maybe it's worth also playing Enhanced Awareness since just swinging for 6 here. We can play Enhanced Awareness and still keep a trick up, so I think that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, so we're going to Enhanced Awareness now. Give the Mistfire Adept flying. Draw a bunch of stuff. Ooh, that Faithful's actually really nice. We have 2 in our deck, and I don't think we've seen one yet. And we'll discard this island. I'm probably going to play that Faithful right now and bounce something. Drawn a lot of cards to not see 2 Sidisi's Faithfuls. So we swing for 6. And I think we play our Faithful. We're going to sack a zombie. Yeah. And we're going to bounce. I think we want to bounce the Charger. Yeah. Got 9 cards left in our deck and 10 minutes left. This is definitely a control deck. And we end our turn, and we should be able to win next turn. We know what he's drawing. He has an Atarka Beastbreaker in his hand now. We just block every guy he attacks with. There's no reason not to, because these are the 2 guys we need to win it. So I think we finally win. His hand's empty. We know what the morph is. So we're just going to go ahead and Butcher's Glee. Well, we'll swing first, just to be safe. Oh no, I almost conceded the game. Undo. Undo. Oh, no, but we need to give our guy... Well, so let's just Douse and Gloom this. Give our Misfire Adept flying. Now we don't even have to show him Butcher's Glee, which might be good. And now we just swing for 6 in the air, like we just don't care. And we take the long game. So now we go to game 3. Hopefully we can win more quickly than that in game 3. Either way, this deck's pretty fun. I'm enjoying playing it, even if we end up having to time out. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, and we'll just go with this again. Didn't see any living lures, which was kind of sad. But it would have been a fun game to get him. Any living lures. We only have 1 living lure. Amazingly, a lot of other people are still playing. That's kind of a surprise, all things considered. Everyone's taking a long time. How long did we take that game? Took 18 minutes to win. It wasn't all our time, of course, but we only have about 9 minutes left now, so we got to be quick. Another bad hand, unfortunately for us. We got to mulligan every hand, I think, this game. We're going to mulligan this one. This one's not great, but we'll keep it and hope for good things to happen. We do have a 2-drop, and we have living lore, so that's pretty nice. Hopefully this just doesn't hit 2 lands, you know. It's a huge possibility, though, so. Well, we hit another Skullkeeper and an Island, both of which would have been things that might have been nice to have. Okay, we got a 3rd land, which means we can Butcher's Glee this guy. Actually, I don't think it'll work because of First Strike, unfortunately. Our dude will regenerate, but it won't kill the guy, so I'm not sure it matters. So I think I'm just going to take 2 here. So yeah, our guy would regenerate before he had a chance to hit the Jamocha Captain. Okay. Drawing a land there would have been better, of course. I think I'm going to swing with our Skullkeeper. If he kills it, then that kind of sucks, but it's not a huge deal. Okay. I'm glad he took it. We'll play our Faithful now, and we'll bounce that Captain back to his hand. And we'll sack our Skullkeeper. And we'll end our turn. Already spent a minute playing this one, unfortunately for us. I mean, I'm willing to trade for it. If he doesn't, then, and he doesn't, so I'm okay with that. Plays out the Captain again, which works for me. We're gonna play our Mistfire Adept and pass. Trying to play quickly here. Hopefully it doesn't lead to me making a mistake. Our opponent's missing their green, which is good. May allow us to win more quickly than we would have otherwise. If he's got a trick here, I'm fine with that. Sandblast, okay, that's a trick for sure. We'll play out our Lotus Path Djinn, and we'll pass. If we can get a 5th land, we're just going to start rolling with the tempo from our Aven Surveyor. If we don't get a 5th land, it's going to be kind of sad. We're just going to take 3 here. The Aven Surveyor is going to bounce that dude if we get the mana. All right, that Sky Captain's annoying. We did get the mana. So we're just going to go ahead and bounce. We're going to bounce the Captain. Then I'll probably just trade with the Sky Captain. I mean, if he wants to block with the Sky Captain now, I'm okay with that too. Okay. Sooner or later, we're going to be able to play Butcher's Glee, and then Living Lore will actually do something, I think, which will be nice. Unfortunately, hit green mana now. It's going to make our lives harder, I'm sure. Roka Captain is back again. And Silk Wrap. Okay, the only thing he can hit with that is our Faithful, which means he's going to be able to do some damage to us right now. But it's not a huge deal, I don't think. Dang. What do we do here? I think we block and kill the Morph. And take 2 from the... Okay, Enhanced Awareness. Nice in conjunction with Living Lore. That may be what we end up doing, is Enhanced Awarenessing and then playing out our Living Lore at the end of our opponent's turn. We also have Butcher's Glee, if we so desire to use it on something here. We're just going to pass turn. And hold up our various spells. Making sure I'm not passing turn now, because that would be bad. What is this? Okay, Abzan Kingguard. Not a great thing to see, but our Reduce in Stature can actually deal with that pretty well. I mean, I don't think he's going to attack here. I can block and he can bolster. And that would kind of suck. Yeah, he's not going to attack. Okay, I love turns when they don't attack and we can punish them with some sweet card draw. This time in the form of Enhanced Awareness. Dang. I think we want this land. We're stuck on 5, which is pretty annoying. I think we discard the Spell Eater. I think it's probably outlived its usefulness again. Okay, we drew a land. I think what we do is play Dutiful Attendant and Reduce in Stature. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to play the Attendant. Reduce in Stature on Mr. Lifelink over here. I'm going to end my turn, I think. I don't want to... If I attack with this guy right now, a lot bad can happen. He can swing back, and we don't have a great block. I mean, this guy's mostly a chump blocker anyway, so now what's happening? Something not great. Ooh, okay. That's going to be hard to overcome, for sure. Not sure we can. Right. All right. I feel like I have to keep a creature alive for Butcher's Glee purposes. And I can take damage here and be okay. But I guess I'm going to block the biggest guy I can block and take 6. And we'll return an Aven Surveyor to our hand, which will be freaking great right now, actually. Kind of forgot he was in there. I think we got to cast it and then bounce the Captain. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to end up having to do on our turn. And we go to 7. And there's a Lightwalker now. Oh, we have an Encase in Ice, too. I wish I'd gotten that before I freaking did what I did. So he's going to have another creature in play to swing with. But I think playing our Surveyor is what we need to do here. And we'll return. I think we return the Captain again. Yeah, we're so short on time. It's not cool. Got to keep our creatures back and hope we can survive this onslaught. And we can. Not super effectively, but we can. Okay, so what we do here is that block's there, and this block's here so it can survive, and I take 4. Get another island. We're going to be really hard pressed to try to win this, the amount of time we have. That's an instant. It can be played as an instant, so we're going to play it as an instant. We can play our Jeskai Sage here. I think we play Living Lore now, too. Enhanced Awareness is what's on him. He does have 2 flying. We can't attack. We've only got 1 flyer, so we pass to the end of our turn. Didn't keep mana up for our Encase in Ice, but I don't think it's a huge issue. It's going to be really hard for us to... I feel like we've stabilized finally here at 3 life, but it's going to be really hard for us to win with 3 minutes left. This deck's just slow. It's a lot of fun, though. Our Living Lore is big, which is nice. I mean, if we Encase in Ice this, and if we could just get another flyer in play, I mean, I can deal with the Sky Captain too, but then he's going to be able to bolster. I mean, it's... Okay. I made a trade earlier, now I'm getting a message about it. Now I'm wasting time. All right, so they passed. I'm going to swing with our Living Lore. We have Encase in Ice and Butcher's Glee to bail us out, so... Okay, he's taking it. We're not going to sacrifice him. No. So we'll just do the damage. And we need to stop him at his... begin combat so we can Encase in Ice his Scale Guards. Pretty tense game. We're down to 2.5 minutes here. We're finally going on the offensive a little bit. If we're desperate, we can sack our Living Lore. The time limit, though, is definitely a problem. Yeah, we're on to 40 minutes in this game, according to my recorder. It's a pretty long one. We'll Encase in Ice this. Yeah, and trying to play fast, it may have been better to actually encase an ice the Dragon Scarred Bear. So that may have been a mistake on our part. Because now he can block. Yeah, that was a mistake. We should have encased an ice the Dragon Scarred. So now I think we swing with Living Lore again. Yeah, we really screwed up there, trying to play quickly. That's one of the dangers. I think we're going to have to sacrifice our Living Lore to have any chance of winning here. We'll sack our Living Lore. We'll cast Enhanced Awareness. We're in a lot of trouble, like, obviously. Those things all help, though. We'll discard our lands. But we really don't have to play. And I'm wasting time right now by trying to play something in my end phase. So, yeah, we're definitely going to time out here. Might not have if I hadn't made the mistake I made, but the pressure of time. Oh. Yeah, we're just gotta lose on timeout here. I don't see how we could win. And that is why our opponent is playing. We're going to play a Gravecrawler, sack our Jeskai Sage. Oh, that Dowsing Gloom is pretty nice now. Oh god, I really don't have time to think about what to do with it though. But we're gonna Dowsing Gloom that. And we're going to swing with our flyer now. Be a little riskier. "37 seconds, guys. Going to be hard pressed." We'll take 2 here. Okay, well that's bad news, isn't it? He's going to give everything trample, so I think we probably would have lost this game eventually. His hand's empty. We will swing, and we'll Butcher's Glee. I don't know, man. We may have turned this game around if we hadn't. If we weren't going to run out of time. And we lose on timeout. We would put Whisk Away into our hand if you're curious. Well, it's a really fun deck. Hopefully, I think we really would have won that game 3, even with our opponent giving everything trample. He really didn't have a way to like overwhelm us. It's unfortunate we had to take so long to play, but our deck is pretty slow. But I think it really can win the long games. I just need to try to play faster in the next 2 rounds. So thanks for watching round 1. Hopefully we can be fast.